wise but bleak, is not strong but weak. Are you afraid to speak out against your clique in case they think you're a freak? Well, what if someone was butchering your own child? Would you sit back for a while, watch some TV and smile? Or would you taste nothing but bile, go 1,000 extra miles to protect that little child? And what about 1,000,000 children? And what about 1,000,000,000? When will our global fate compel us all to state our truths against the state, regardless of the hate of those who dictate? Without real debate, crimes legislate and the truth negate because they can't relate or remunerate those they desecrate in order to create a hegemony that circumnavigates. Because life is a warm, gooey hug. Love, blood, soft, vulnerable us. Our sustenance is trust since we evolved from the mud and breathe the song of divinity long before the Holy Trinity. When spirit was our vicinity, live in the dream time infinity, nature no object but our affinity. But technology made us proud. It separated us from the crowd. Now the rest of our family is screaming as loud as they can. But we ain't hearing them because we're not listening. But if a species dies in a forest and there's nobody around to hear it, it still dies. The world is filled with cries, but only the silent can be wise. And silence hurts more than lies. So we refuse to open our eyes to this global ecocide. Black men incarcerated from children and wives, Palestinian voices silenced by lies, Guantanamo's innocents hidden inside, 1 billion Muslims dehumanized, Indian farmers committing suicide. The Western Empire was built on genocide. But school kids think Europeans were the good guys and wonder why. The natives are swelling like a rising tide. Why do they refuse to be colonialized? Do you ever think that maybe they are wise? Do you wonder why? Our government insists that activists are terrorists. We need more watch lists, no police and CSIS. Do they need to know who you text and who you sext and who you kissed? I grew up proud. I grew up proud of my country. Brotherly, sisterly, motherly love. And sure, we have a dark history, but doesn't everybody? Isn't what matters that we try hard now? To be good now, to be fair now, to be equal now, to be peacemakers now. And whatever facts don't fit the story of colonial glory, don't worry. There's no hurry. You'll understand when you get old. But we are not told that history was rewritten and the truth has been sold for black gold to keep us sheeple in the fold of the invisible prison that holds our minds. So why don't we teach people that the scars of the past run deep into the future? That our system was built and is sustained on oppression. The society is not a level playing field, but the 1% control the 99%. Why don't we teach people that biodiversity is our own body? Wisdomless knowledge is brutality. Farms are suffering factories, and the glorious spread of democracy is military-industrial diplomacy. This is our first world reality. So let's teach people that all those we other are our sisters and brothers. They're as beautiful and good and smart and wise as you and I. But the system took away their choice because the oppressed have no voice, at least not according to the man. So look at them. Look at the people being mass raped, their lands destroyed, skies filled with noise, bombing girls and boys who grew up without toys, childhood without joys or food or water, elders or fathers. No wonder people think they ought to not bring more babies into this world while flags of war get unfurled, smoke and fire choke and swirl, and the dragon of chaos tail uncurls. And we condone this world of violence with our silence. So I want to talk about power. I'm going to take some liberties with this audience, right? Because you guys are all on similar pages, right? So we can fast forward through some of this stuff. In order to talk about power, John set the stage brilliantly, really, for